Hey, Andrew here at SHOT 2020 with George Costanza from SIG. I understand you've got some new stuff for us. This looks like the cross that I covered in the news a week or two ago.
Yep.
Tell me about it.
So Cross is a name derived from the nature of this gun. It is a hybrid. We have a lot of people who work at SIG that are more bolt gun people than anything else, and I don't think a lot of people would know that because we're not known as a bolt gun company. We have former Delta snipers. We have this guy named Daniel Horner who walks around here that's a professional long-range shooter. We have people who are crazy hunters that work for us. We have a wide range of people with a lot of background in the bolt action industry, and essentially what we did was we sat in a room and said, if SIG was going to make a bolt gun, what would it be? And it was like a really bad Thanksgiving dinner argument for a couple hours. And then every week we started meeting over and over and over again. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to give a gun the feel of a precision rifle, but have the weight of a hunting rifle. So when I say the feel of a precision rifle, we wanted to have the versatility of the stock to be adjustable. We wanted to have some of the feature set that make a gun more comfortable for a shooter at long range, because most of your shots out west are long range. So we set up a precision gun to go shoot long range, and then we take a broomstick and we go hunting with it. The idea behind this was to create a platform that did both. So in order to do that, we had to start from the beginning. There's a lot of chassis rifles on the market. This is not a chassis rifle. That is the first and foremost thing that I tell people. It is not a chassis rifle. And when I say that, it's because if you look at this, it's one piece of forged aluminum. A chassis rifle is based on a receiver that falls inside of a chassis. So you're limited by what you have for a receiver that you're using. So the chassis has to be wider, the gun has to be bigger.
And so you've got a receiver inside of a chassis, and obviously that costs weight. Because
exactly.
You've got a gun, and then you put a cage around the gun.
Yes, you're sacrificed, very similar to if you use somebody else's trigger. You're sacrificed to whatever exists on the market. We created this thing. Every single part in this gun is made by SIG. There is nothing on here that we did not design, that we did not develop, that we did not make at SIG. And the reason for that being was we wanted the platform to do exactly what we needed it to do. And what that resulted in is you have a gun that is 6.5 pounds, even though it looks like a full-size precision rifle, making it capable to be a precision rifle, but also making it capable to be a hunting rifle. So we did it in 3 different calibers. We have a .308, we have a 6.5 Creedmoor, and we have a .277 SIG Fury.
That's what I want to hear about.
So the SIG Fury was one of the other reasons we designed this gun. We had this cartridge we were working on for the US Army, and we've been working on it for a while, and basically what we did was we took a stainless steel head, and you're using a thinned out .308 brass and a locking washer. We form those together, and what that allows us to do is that stainless steel base on the bottom allows us to safely increase pressures. So figure your average 300 Win Magnum is like 55,000 PSI. We're going up to 80. So this is something that we're doing now on the 277, but it's something that we will be doing in several other cartridges coming down the road, 30 cal, 6.5, anything that exists, we can take that bullet and we can put it into this technology. It's literally going from smokeless powder from black powder. This is a whole change in the industry.
So you believe that you can get substantially greater muzzle velocities with existing cartridges like 5.56?
Absolutely.
In existing firearms without anything, I just buy your ammo and I can get higher muzzle velocities?
Yes and no. So one of the things that we did when we developed the cartridges, because there are thousands and thousands of brands of rifles from years past that have different types of actions that we can't control, the cartridge is going to be a SAMI cartridge, but each time we develop it, it is going to be its own cartridge, so that in other words, if I take a .308 Winchester and I make it into a 3-piece case, I'm feeding it into a lot of rifles that I may not know how they were developed. I developed this for the Fury. So it allows me to have stuff that basically we're developing the cartridge so that once it's SAMI, people will have all the information. They can design their rifles around the cartridge to make sure it accepts those higher pressures. But the real big benefit to this thing, to put it in perspective, we're taking a 16-inch barrel in this gun with a 140 grain bullet, and we're pushing 3,000 feet per second.
That's screaming fast.
So you're getting a really, really, really fast cartridge out of shorter barrels, which is what we were trying to do. So imagine yourself for a minute being a machine gunner in the Army. You have to carry a lot of ammunition and your gun. Every time you take that .308 base case and you knock it down and you knock down the wall inside the brass, not only are you getting more case capacity, but you're also making the ammunition lighter. So now you're at that place where you can have your belt be significantly lighter.
Well, your squad mates will appreciate it too.
Exactly.
Because I got to carry your ammo.
Exactly. So it was developed with that premise in mind, but then when we're working on the bolt gun, it's like, holy cow, all of us are Western hunters, and it's like, I can't stand carrying a 14-foot long gun to get ballistics. This folded down is 25 inches. I can drop it into my backpack, and I got a 3,000 foot per second gun that I can pull out and use out in the backcountry. And the other side of that, which we all know, is you ever hunted suppressed?
Yes.
And how long how long does your gun get? Gets pretty long, right?
Yeah.
So you're taking a 16-inch barrel, you're adding a 10 baffle can to go hunting, and you have a very reasonable rifle length now. So you're not getting that very, very long 24-inch barrel with a suppressor on the end. We made this design so that it can maintain a short status even when it has that suppressor installed on it.
Something we should probably address is for novices, if you're not that familiar with rifle ballistics, muzzle velocity is muzzle velocity.
Yes.
And there's this myth out there that a shorter barrel is less accurate.
Correct.
And correct me if I'm mistaken, but to the best of my knowledge, as barrel length decreases, there's no substantive decrease in accuracy. Obviously, muzzle velocity decreases, but if you're getting really respectable velocities out of a 16-inch barrel, it is those velocities. It is that you're not losing any accuracy with your 16-inch barrel.
Everything you said is correct. And in fact, in the testing that we do, the shorter the barrel, the better
rigid
accuracy. You're getting less barrel whip. Harmonic-wise, you're getting less barrel whip. We've actually seen in testing that we've done with our Rattler MCX, it's one of our most accurate guns, and it's a 5.5-inch barrel. The rigidity of a shorter barrel, yes, it absolutely is true that you're getting, when you have less flexibility, that's why so many long-range shooters that extend their barrels go so heavy on the barrel, because you need that for the harmonics not to have the barrel have barrel whip to it. So yes, the shorter barrels allow you to have better accuracy as well.
You have your cake and you eat it too.
Exactly.
You get the longer, you get the muzzle velocity of the longer barrel with the rigidity of the shorter barrel.
Exactly.
That's pretty solid.
And one other cool thing about this thing too is you got a folding stock in back here. We did a couple of things that I think are cool features. One, the stock locks in place both ways. When it's here, if you got this in a pack, it's not going to open up on you. Your bolt's not going to open up and eject around on you. So that's, to me, that's one of those things that if you're used to using a rifle in the field, you know that stuff happens all the time. It reduces any chance of anything opening up on you. When it goes in the back position, it is locked. This, to me, also is another one of the features that is user-based. We basically decided, so you can see me take this lever and open this up. What this is doing is it's opening up the cheek with this spring pressure. And what it does is, imagine in your head a lot of times when you adjust the precision.
I put my face where I want it and then I lock it.
Exactly, so you're getting down on this, you're adjusting where you want to go, and a quick simple push of your hand down here and locking it in place, and you're done. So you're not taking it with a wheel and going up and down and trying to find it. You sit where you're comfortable, you lock it. The length of pull is adjustable, the butt pad in the back here is adjustable, and then you have a QD that goes on either side. So the stock is one of the things that we were very excited about in the sense that it allows you to have a very flexible stock and making changes for you're wearing a thicker jacket or you're giving it to a smaller stature shooter. There's a lot of things that you can do back here, and to me that's the major difference for anybody who's hunted with a traditional style rifle. You don't have any of this. And we all go to the range and we shoot 1,000 yards and we want every pinpoint spot set to where we want it, but then we get out in the field and we got what we got. Yeah. The idea behind making this light and keeping these features is now as an end user, you have something that is very much custom fit to you when you need to take a long range shot.
That's elegant design.
We're excited about it. I'm very excited about this rifle.
You have every right to be.
Yes.
So tell me about the tread that we have hidden down here.
All right.
I can take that if you want.
Put it in your bag. So yeah, last year we launched this rifle called the Tread that everybody was excited about. Essentially what we did was we wanted to get into the price point AR market, but there was a couple of things that we did not want to do. We did not want to sacrifice a free-floating handguard, which we believe is the foundation of accuracy. That's where you're maintaining a lot of your accuracy in the gun. We also wanted to make it so that it was very easy convertible, so that if somebody bought a lower dollar rifle like this and then they start shooting for a few months and they're like, oh hey, you know what, I'd like a better trigger, I'd like a lighter handguard, I'd like to change up my muzzle devices. So we came up with this line of accessories, and then this year what we did was we pushed all that into a pistol package. So we have a lightweight handguard for this, we have a 2-stage adjustable trigger that we offer for this, we do a bunch of different options for this particular pistol platform that allow you to kind of customize it to your own liking. ambi charging handles, a little bit of everything. But the gun out of the box, the way you take it right here, the way you see it, is incredibly accurate because of the free-floating handguard, because of the barrel that we use. We were very keen on making sure that we kept the key points of features, but still gave somebody an entry-level rifle that's going to allow them to get into their first AR. Pretty cool little gun, huh?
I think so. I'm fond of, I'm partial to these really skinny handguards.
Yes.
It's reasonable for an AR with an aluminum handguard. This is really lightweight.
Yeah, you're at a price point in stores of about $7.99, and it's giving you a super lightweight, super compact design. The barrel is 11.5 inches. You got a super compact brace in the back here that we use from Shockwave Technologies that goes parallel all the way up to the buffer tube, so you're getting the shortest configuration possible.
This is outstanding.
Cool little package.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for tolerating my nonsense. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be at a lot of other booths. Stay tuned. I love you.